Hey YouTube, what's good? It's Sky. In this video today, I wanted to give you guys my list. I made this pretty quickly. I went through every single GFuel flavor of all time, and these are the most overrated, in my opinion. This list, I'm probably going to do more videos about this in the future, possibly. But next time I want to put more work into it rather than just making a list, but like actually drinking the flavors and then thinking more about it. So that will come at some point, but I wanted to get this video out there. But these are just flavors that I think people don't necessarily talk about all the time, but just the existence of the flavor in general and just stuff like that. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm going to go through the list. I have 8 flavors on here, actually. I have 7 underrated also, but that's going to be a different video. That might be changed a little bit. And I just had an idea before I sat down to record this of doing a list of overhyped flavors that turned out not to taste that great. I don't know, something like that. But if you guys have an opinion, not necessarily on my list, because there's a few flavors on this list that some of y'all probably really, really love, and that's fine. This is just my opinion, and because they don't like sit well with my palate. That doesn't mean it's not a good flavor. It's just overrated for me, and I just don't reach for it too often. So just don't get mad at me for it, okay? But yeah, but I was gonna say, if there's any flavor that GFuel has ever done that you personally think is the most overrated, and you want to let me know down in the comments, I will use that as fuel, if you will, for my next overrated GFuel video. But of course, the first one on this list I had to put was Fazeberry Berry Bomb, which is what it is now, which I think releases tomorrow. I'm gonna put this video out today on Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving if you partake. But I've just never really liked Fazeberry. I've had it quite a handful of times to give it another shot, but it's one of those flavors that I just can never get around to liking. I just don't like how it tastes. But this, I think, honestly, is the most overrated GFuel flavor ever, because I know lots of people do like it. It's not a horrible flavor, I just don't like how it tastes. But I just think because this was Phase's #1, I think, big flavor, that it's overrated in that way. But now it's just Berry Bomb. I'm assuming they didn't change the formula. I don't know how excited people are about Berry Bomb becoming a tub. I don't know. But this next one, this is going to be a controversial list. I put PewDiePie, and the reason I did that was because it is a very popular flavor, and I actually do really like PewDiePie. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan. It is one of the strongest GFuel flavors for me that exists, and the reason why I think it's overrated, one is because it's PewDiePie's flavor, and two, just because it's a single like fruit type flavor. I feel like most of the flavors that are my favorites, we're not talking about ice shatter because that's only 2 things, and that technically could be overrated, but I did not put it on my list because somebody else can put that on their list. And that's only 2 things. I just think PewDiePie is good, but I think it's a little bit overrated because not everybody's going to like it, which kind of stinks. But that's why I say that it's overrated. But then number 3, this could go either way in your minds, but I put Golden Apple Pear. The reason why I did that is because everybody really wants them to bring it back, and it's like one of the only flavors that they've never like reskinned or brought back since I started drinking GFuel, at least, because they've brought back like Sour Cherry, because that was another one that came out right when I started drinking GFuel. Like, they've brought all of those back at least once, and Golden Apple Pear has never been reskinned or anything. So there's probably quite a few people that haven't ever tried it, and I think most of the tubs that exist now are probably close to expiring or are expired. But the reason I say that is because it is a very refreshing, nice flavor. It's just kind of, it's not it. And the reason why it's overhyped, well, not overhyped, well, kind of overhyped and overrated, is because everybody really wants it to come back. And I think that it should come back, but I don't know, it has to be the right time. And I think it's been like, how many years at this point? It's been like 4 years since it came out. I just don't see it happening, but it could. It could. Um, I don't know. It was a really good pear flavor though, and we haven't had a really great pear flavor since then. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it come back. I would definitely cop it again. Next, I put Chug Rug because I was excited about it because sour blue raspberry, sounds good. But it's not it. It's not it. FaZe Rug is an awesome dude, but the flavor could have been more fruity. It's more on the candy side for me. I honestly would have liked to see a blue raspberry flavor, just blue raspberry, not sour, and actually taste fruity. I don't know. It's not a bad flavor, of course, but I truly don't reach for it often, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. I should have made an honorable mention. I might talk a little bit more about flavors that come to my brain, because I'm thinking of a couple right now. Next up, I put Pink Drip. So this is, I think, like strawberry candy, or something like that is what it's supposed to be. I think pink chewy candy. I don't know if it's actually strawberry, but I don't know. I'm not much of a candy GFuel guy. Some of them are good, but I don't reach for them often at all. And this one, I just think, I don't know. I don't think they have it right now, but I just think that it's one of those flavors that people really hype up. But it's not that great. It's not that great. And I know that you cannot see it right now because I have a closed hamper in front of it. But I have the drippy fridge, in case you didn't know, and my entry for it was very pink drip themed. So, but that doesn't, it's just, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on pink drip. But next up, controversial, I know, I put Shiny Splash on here. Shiny Splash is a banger. Do not get me wrong. But it gets old very quickly if you have it a bunch. Because at this point we have a lot of different lemonade flavors, and honestly, between Hype Sauce and Shiny Splash, it's so close because I really like Hype Sauce. But when I had Shiny Splash and I went back to Hype Sauce didn't have that oomph that Shiny Splash had. But I just think in general, for what Shiny Splash is, it is a bit overhyped. But it's very refreshing every so often. Now that it's in the cold times here where I live, I don't reach for it often. Truly do not reach for it often at all with all the other flavors we'd have. I would rather reach for Electric Strike or just a lot of other flavors over it. But it's a very good flavor. It's probably the best tasting flavor out of these 8 flavors on this list. And one, it's a good flavor that you should definitely try if you haven't tried it before. I don't know. The more I talk about it, I'm like, it probably shouldn't even be on this list, but I don't know. I just think it's definitely an overrated flavor, but it is very, very good. I don't know. I just can't drink it too often because it gets to be too much. The next two, though, these are overrated in my opinion 100%. So I'm sorry if I offend anybody right now. But number 7, I put the juice. The juice is one of those flavors that has so many things going on. More technically than Compound V and Quantum. And those both have a lot going on. But truthfully, I could not name all the things in the juice, but one of the things in the description is fruit punch, and fruit punch has a lot of stuff in it. So that, everything in fruit punch, added to everything else that's in the juice, it's just too much. And I feel like it's overrated because it's XQC's flavor. But I have this every so often, and it's okay. I like it better than Fazeberry, but it's too much for me. It's too much going on, and I don't know. This I feel like the juice is a flavor that's, you either really love it or you really just don't like it at all. So it is what it is, but I don't know. It's just overrated a little bit, but if you like it, it's fine. Of course, it's fine. And then the last one, if you know me, I put Hive Nectar on this list because everybody gets so excited when this comes out. And if they don't manage to get it, they're like, oh man, I didn't get this. And everybody's hyping it up. So it must be good. But I don't know, man. It's just tangerine. And because it's Hive Nectar and it's Saving the Bees flavor, I think he has a big following, but I don't know too much about the guy. So I apologize if you really like the dude. But the fact that it's called Hive Nectar, and for so many people expected it to have some sort of honey in there, and there wasn't any in there at all. Like, even when I did my original review, I thought that I was tasting honey in there. But it's just tangerine. I don't know, man. It's just, when you think Hive Nectar, you don't think tangerine. Tangerine. Tangerine, you know? I don't know. And it's one of those flavors that's just a one note wonder, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. It just has one fruit in it. I don't know. It's okay, but I would grab so many other flavors before I would grab Hive Nectar. I had it the other day in the morning because I put it in my I think I put it in my list for morning flavors, but just I can't do it, man. Can't do it. Okay, I think for some honorable mentions, I'll just think of some real quick and we'll get it going. But I was just thinking, because I also put this in my morning flavors video, Bahama Mama. But I think I was drinking either an almost expired tub or an expired tub, so it wasn't crisp and smooth and brand spanking new. But I don't know. That one just doesn't sit right with me sometimes, but it is pretty good. It is a good tropical flavor, but I don't know. I don't know. And then also, I think this is I think this is Shock's favorite flavor at the moment, but blood orange, because they don't keep bringing it back, but they've had two reskins within the past like a year and a half. I can't remember when Stonks came out, but it was great that they brought back blood orange because it's an older flavor. Like, this is my OG tub that I ever bought before they discontinued it, but it's just I don't like it. It's probably because I don't really like orange flavored GFuels really. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not bad, but I don't know. It's not great. I honestly can't think of too much more. So if you have other ones that you want to put down in the comments, go right ahead. But I was just thinking, because I ordered the Kamehameha box with the other two tubs, so I don't know when I'm going to get the Dragon Ball Z stuff. But you guys know the new flavor is strawberry lychee, but we also have I can't remember the exact hidden power, and then I can't remember the name of the other one, but it's Phase 51, I'm pretty sure, which is melon sorbet, and then Phase X citrus frost or something citrus something. I can't remember, but they reskinned those into these flavors. I don't know why they didn't just make new. I don't know why they didn't make new flavors for those. It doesn't make any sense to me. And that is like the definition of overrated, because it's one thing to bring back Phaseberry as Berry Bomb because people like that flavor, of course, and people definitely liked Phase 51 and Phase X, but those two, one, they did not need to be reskinned as Dragon Ball flavors. Like, you could have done something banging, but you didn't. I don't know, man. I feel like those two flavors didn't need to make a return. You could have switched up something and made it a new flavor, so people would be more hyped. Like, you're not gonna sell very many of those tubs unless somebody wants to collect the tubs, or if they've never had those other flavors before. Because if they have had those flavors before and they don't like them, they're not gonna buy them. I don't know. It's business. I've never taken a class on business. But they're still trying to sell out of the Spider-Man tubs, the health potion tubs, And the blood, sweat, and tears tubs. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think I just, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I guess the only point that I'm trying to get across is that I love making GFuel reviews, and I probably won't stop doing it, hopefully. But when they do a new reskinned version and I make a video on it, well, actually let me backtrack. When they do a reskinned flavor, and it's one that I'm not too particularly fond of, and now I have a new tub of this flavor when I haven't even finished the old tub of this flavor, and like I said, if I don't really like it, like, we already talked about that I don't really like blood orange, but I have two stonks tubs, and the new bloody orange tub, and this old tub that still has stuff in it, which I probably won't drink because it's pretty old. It's a couple years expired. I don't know. There's a lot of overrated GFuel flavors, but I don't know. I feel like the overhyped episode will be fun. So, I don't know. So, in the comments down below, I might make a short at some point so people can add their thoughts as well. But let me know which flavors you think are overrated, which ones you think are underrated, and if you think there's any flavors that were overhyped before everybody got it in their hands. And specify so I know what you're talking about. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links down in the description. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content from me. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace out.